Good morning, sunshine. Today I'm going to be doing a colored pencil illustration. I know on my channel I mess around a lot and I make mistakes and I think things as they go and I just jump into things, and usually it's wacky, but today was a bit different, so I'm excited to talk to you about that. This is probably the YouTube video that I worked the hardest on since I started my channel, and the illustration took me a total of 6 or 7 hours. The color pencils that I'm using today are not artist grades. They're called Laurentien. Laurentien was a very popular brand of colored pencils in Canada when I was a kid. I really enjoyed these pencils growing up. I used them a lot alongside Crayola. I had a mix of Laurentien and Crayolas in my pencil case. Also, these pencils were nice because they had a spot where you could write your name on every pencil so nobody would steal them. Now here comes the sad part. They were discontinued years ago. The company has stopped making them, and as far as I know, and I've looked on the internet, believe me, there's nowhere that you can buy these new nowadays. Some people are selling their used ones on eBay, but that's about it. In high school, I didn't mind this as much that I lost my preferred colored pencils because I had moved on to Prismacolor colored pencils as my primary medium. It's funny because I don't have a lot of art with colored pencil on my channel, but if you look at my old DeviantArt account, then you can see that I used to do everything in colored pencil. Most of the art that I've made in my life was made with colored pencil. They were the medium that I was the most used to, they were the medium that I could get the best results with, and in a way today's drawing was really reminiscent of those old days where I layered forever in colored pencils. I feel like I've given up on colored pencil a little bit because they're so time consuming, and when I started using markers I was so excited, I was so fast that I just abandoned. But I do think that with colored pencils you can get colors that you can't necessarily get with inks, and you can layer things and just give things really nice looks. Anyways, as you can see, I'm using Laurentien pencils in this video. So what happened is I was talking to my grandmother, who is amazing by the way, and she told me that she found an old box of colored pencils that she bought for me once and forgot to give them to me, or she found them and wanted to give them to me and then forgot, or something like that. So I went to check it out and I was really surprised to find out that there was a full box of 60 pencils still in their unsealed, unopened box. Now there's a date stamped inside the box which says April 22nd, 1993, so this would mean that these pencils are actually a couple years older than me. I was super thrilled to get these Laurentien even though they are super old. When it became obvious when I swatched them that the quality is even better than I remember, and because of that I wanted to do a more serious finished illustration that would showcase the skills that I've learned. I don't do a lot of serious artwork or serious illustrations just because I don't have a shop yet. I'm not a professional artist. I don't sell my art, so I don't have to worry about that as much. But today was a little bit of a test for myself to do a professional looking illustration. Now, a little side note to mention, because these pencils were so old, I spent so much time sharpening them, and leads were just breaking every couple seconds, some colors worse than others. That's something I'm willing to work through, so at least that's good. So my illustration, I started by putting down some tape in my sketchbook to create some smooth professional edges. Kind of ruined it by putting it in a sketchbook though. And another reason I use the tape is because it's really satisfying to peel off at the end, and I thought I could give you guys a little close-up of that. Then I started brainstorming, and eventually I decided that I wanted to do something under the theme of nostalgia. I think nostalgia is a large part of the reason that I want to create. I think I feel very nostalgic about a lot of the media that I used to consume as a child, and part of that is Disney. So I went with The Little Mermaid because I always think that it's sad that she leaves her family in the sea, and that she has to choose between one or the other, because if you've watched the second Little Mermaid, then you know that they built a wall and Ariel doesn't go back to the sea for another while. So I think I had this vision of Ariel missing the sea and feeling nostalgic for it later in her life, and I wanted to just make that vision come true. I drew her with her legs and her dress to show that she's human now, and I closed her eyes to show that it's a dreamlike state or a vision. I drew no fish around because I wanted to emphasize the beauty of the corals and really the colors, and I also think that it makes the illustration more striking that she's alone in this thought of hers. I'm really happy with how it came out, even though it was a lot of layering with colored pencil, and it was just hours of work. I'm really glad that I have this illustration now because I think it looks really professional and it's something that can go in my portfolio to show that I can work with colored pencil or that I can work without line art or in different styles. So I'm really glad for that. I think I might rip that out of my sketchbook after I do my sketchbook tour and give it to my grandmother because she did give me these pencils and my grandma is awesome, you guys. Alright, that is all I had to say for today. Sorry I babbled for so long. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post 2 videos a week and I'm pretty cool. Bye!